Okay, here we go. I can't. Okay, first of all, shout out to Teddy. Shout out to Tom Shigor. Shout out to Jeans. Scissors. Christina P. No, I was shocked. I was shocked at how good this episode was. So shout out to Teddy, just for being such a cool, just down to earth dude that, you know, you could just watch and be like, wow, this was like an experience. I hope there's a part 2 though, because I want to see that Seiko sized, the one that Tom gave to his friend, coworker. I don't know. That is so sweet. Shout out to Omega for doing this new thing. So I just wanted to share. This is my living room. This is my desk where I sit. My office is in the living room. Yesterday I got this, a new read. I'm starting this series in the middle because, well, it's 2024. So I'm, you know, logically for me, it's like this is 10 years away. So I'm going to start reading this. I'm going to start with the second book. And then depending if I get the first one or the third one, then I'll read that one. But I'm excited for the games. I'm excited for the PlayStation VR version. My son and I, we don't have PlayStation VR yet, but we will. Shout out to Scissors for getting Tommie boy, Tommie Bahama, some new watches.
Daddy, hi.
My son is saying hi.
Daddy, hi.
Hi. Oh, we got this too. This is a sweet controller. It's a Fortnite controller. My wife, she bought me an Instapot. Okay, let me get him a new drink. But my wife got me an Instapot. She's returning that. I think she's gonna get me, I'm hoping, a PlayStation Xbox, PlayStation Series X, S. I just combine all the words when I get really excited, because I'm like, I couldn't even imagine, like if the legendary Jeans, Christina P, actually like saw my content and then was like, gave me a head nod, you know, like that between amongst, like, you know, coworkers. You're like, I'll give him the head nod and say, like, look, this guy's not that bad of a dude. You know, maybe he's not the nicest guy on the planet, but no, you know, I do. I look up to, that's the thing. I'm like, you know, that you guys, I feel like Tommie boy, Tommie Bahama, and I'm just going to say Scissors, because that's now my nickname for you. You know, shout out to, you know, there is someone that I would love to work with, you know, on this platform. I gave her the nickname of Socks. I just love the character Socks in Buzz Lightyear. And I was like, well, you know what? And she sells socks, you know. They're like $60, but I have to ask her. I'm like, look, Sabi, I'm assuming that's just for one sock, right? Like, please don't tell me that I get 2 socks for that. You know, it should be a sock. Okay, that was a bad joke. But like, I like to start with bad jokes and then work my way up to good jokes. I'm gonna heat up my son's French fries. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna stop because then I realized I'm just saying bad jokes. But all of those watches were sweet. Which ones would I pick? Okay, so here, let me go through them. Oh, a shout out to the dial guys. Anybody who's a dial guy. Look, I feel like when you start to get old, you're just like, look, if I say something, it's jokingly, I'm just joking around. If someone is, you know, because I thought about it, I was like, no, because I'm like, if someone says a word to me and they're able to just get me to be upset, that's like a control that person has over me. You know, I think I have to decide in my own mind before I even talk to someone and say, no matter what word comes out of this person's mouth, I'm not going to get upset because I'm not going to allow that person to have that kind of control over me. And I did that yesterday, and I'm grateful that I was able to do that yesterday. You know, I was like, you know what? Sometimes people just call you names. And if someone said, well, what is the advantage of looking at every situation as having a positive impact in your life, is that you're able to grow. No matter what you go through, you're able to grow. So thank you guys. But I do hope there is a part 2 to this. I'm going to heat up my son's French fries. Sorry. This is a sweet game series, books. You know, I'm excited to get into the cyberpunk world too. Shout out to Free Anderson. My son's, you know, pretty much what happens is, like, anytime I try to sit at my desk to do anything, one of my sons says, I need something. And I'm like, look. This is my younger son. He's Batman. This one. Oh, he wants chocolate milk. Okay, here's, look, I'm gonna show you, it's just like a preview into my, I know my fridge is dirty, but look, we're sharing because like, I feel like we could be coworkers, platonic friends. Look, I think I think it's important to vocalize. I'm like, platonic coworkers, mutual friend, because I think you have to kind of, you know, when you have a good rapport relationship, it really shines on camera. And that's why I'm like, look, I feel like Tommie Bahama. I know you guys have a YouTube channel. I'm like, I got to check out these guys'. You know, I used to listen to your guys' podcast like way back in the day. I had to commute. I had an hour drive to get to work. And that's where I like stocked up on Joe Rogan stock in the metaphorical sense. Sit down, please. Sit down. We're listening to his podcast, but thank you guys. Look, I went over 5 minutes. I'm at 6 minutes. What else could I say about dude, Teddy having his store, bro. I hope this happens like all the time. I hope Teddy like just goes through, like maybe he starts out with celebrities, you know, and then you pay for the experience. I think that would be sweet. I just started Exodus, the game. I think that's the last installment. Oh my gosh, that I'm gonna say this right now. I don't mind going out of order with things because then I just start all over again. You know, like I've watched Harry Potter, I don't know how many times. Like my wife and I, we had a tradition, a family tradition. Our first family tradition was to clean firearms while watching Harry Potter. I found a lot of joy in that. No, because I used to shoot competitively. And that's where I'm also excited to watch the merger between like video games and marksmanship or competitive shooting, you know, and how that augmented reality will bring those two worlds will combine. And I think it'll be better for both. You know, I think video gaming lacks the physical fitness aspect of moving around. And then competitive shooting lacks the stale environmentness of, you know, not having to worry about getting shot. You know what I mean? So I think both coming together in some middle ground is going to be awesome. Thank you guys. I love you. I'm sorry I went over. But dude, Teddy, best of luck to you. Your wife has an awesome channel too. I love her channel. You know, that's what people don't realize. I follow over 5,000 YouTube channels. I've been on YouTube for over 10 years. It's only the last 3 years that I've been making YouTube videos consistently every day. But I try to be here every day. I have a backlog of over 15,000 videos that I want to look through. So that's my work day. Thank you. I love you guys. That's a sweet one too. Look, what would I pick? That's a winner, dude. But that Seiko, oh my gosh, probably the green Seiko is what I would have walked away with. Just because I appreciate Japan too. I visited the museum. My wife and I didn't get to go to the Subaru Museum. That's another place I wanted to go to, but my goodness, shout out to just cool people who like doing cool stuff. Thank you.